All right, guys. Keith Lamberth here, the old bass boss. I am with Zack Soulliere of the Motor City Ambassadors. We're talking Week 5 preview for the KFL. Zack, welcome on.
Thanks for having me.
So, real quick, let's talk about the start to the Motor City Ambassador season. You guys are 3-1. You've got a home and home coming up with Indianapolis.
Three and zero.
3-0. I'm sorry. Yes, 3-0. So, home and home this week with Indianapolis and next week. So talk to us about what that matchup is going to mean to you guys as far as the playoff picture for the KFL.
It's a huge match. I mean, any league or divisional matches are huge matches. This one specifically because we went 1-1 with them last year. I do believe that if we can win one of these, that locks us into a playoff spot within our division. But we don't want to be 3-1 in our division. We want to be the team that goes 4-0. So,
yeah, certainly that'll make a big impact going into the playoffs, especially if you guys can, like you said, win one of these two matches. But that'll pretty much lock you in the playoffs. But if you win two, I mean, you're leaps and bounds above everybody else in your division. So, which is extremely important, as we come down to the last 4 weeks of the season. There's some teams that need some must wins, and there's teams that just need to keep doing what they're doing. And right now, you guys are on the right path. Tell me what the KFL has meant to you. I know that you don't do any other necessarily competitive fishing, no boat fishing. It's mostly just small local trails, maybe some bigger stops in Michigan. But tell me what the KFL has provided for you with the team, the team environment, as we typically as anglers are doing our jobs one-on-one versus the field. How is it relying on the field, relying on your team to be there if, say, you have a bad day?
So, personally, I absolutely love this format. I've gotten to experience having a bad day the last two outings for me. The first one, I went to a spot where I was looking at big fish all day, but just could not get them to bite. Luckily, my team won it without me. And then when we were down in Tennessee, my service was just awful. I wasn't able to communicate with our team at all. And that's tough for us because we love having that constant communication. And I was sitting on a school, I think total in the whole day, I caught 33 fish on a jerkbait. And we were not sure if we had a limit. I wasn't sure if our team had a limit. So I stayed in a spot that was sorry about that. Just a bunch of small fish. And if I would have known that we had the bigger fish that we did, I definitely would have moved sooner than I did. I stayed there, and then I finally got service. Went over to see if the one guy on our team was okay because I found out he had a broken drive. But it's really allowed me as an angler to kind of try new techniques. I don't throw a jerkbait. And then to go down to the Tennessee River and catch 33 fish on a jerkbait, my ribs and arm were sore the next day. But getting to see all the different ways that these guys fish, the different ways they pre-fish, that's a big thing too for me. Up until last year, I used to just tear spots apart pre-fishing. And two of the guys on our team kind of got on me about that. And honestly, it's changed how I pre-fish a lot. And it's helped. So really the whole idea of our team is just about having fun. And really, I think we are. I mean, it's easy to have fun when you're 3-0. I know last year we kind of had the same situation where I think we were 3-0 or 4-0, and then we suffered our first loss. And we had 3 losses to end the season last year. And I don't think that's going to happen this year because the dynamic of our team is completely different. The team's all about just win and have fun. And that's really...
And winning definitely cures a lot of things out here. You start out the season on such a bright note. You guys definitely don't want to see squandered opportunities. Real quick, last question for you, and then I'll let you get back to your day. I know y'all have got a match this weekend you're preparing for. So tell me what, not for the sport, but for you, for Zack, what has kayak fishing done for Zack?
So for me personally, I was a hockey player my whole life. I played all the way up through college and never really got into many other sports. I played a little bit of golf growing up, stuff like that. But as soon as college hockey was done and I had graduated and walked away with a diploma, I was kind of left with nothing to do, and kind of hit like that whole downhill spiral thing where you're sitting around and you want something to do. And I finally started fishing. I mean, I grew up with a pond in my backyard, but never learned how to fish as a kid. I would take worms and a bobber. That's about it. I didn't start actually fishing until about 2007, 16, 17. That's when I started following guys on Facebook, watching their techniques, their ways that they fish. One of the big ones is actually a guy that's on our team is Jeff Fader. Learned a lot from him watching his videos, and it's helped me get through a lot of stuff because now I get to bring that competitive aspect back of being a college hockey player, and wanting that something to compete for, but then also having a group of guys that I enjoy being around. And, if I have any problems ever, I know that there's 7 guys on our team that I can call at any moment.
Sure. Absolutely.
But yeah, that would be mainly what it's done for me.
Well, that's excellent. Again, I want to wish you guys the best of luck out there. Of course, all the safety in the world this weekend in your match and moving forward, and just in every day. And the biggest thing is just keep ripping them up, guys. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. Again, we'll see how this week shakes out for you guys, and look forward to some more interviews with the Motor City ambassadors moving forward.
Yeah, well, thank you.
All right, Zach, have a good one, buddy.
You too.